Hey guys, and welcome back to another Star Wars Black Series figure review. Today we've got Star Wars The Black Series, the Bad Batch Hunter. And yeah, as you can see, this is an older figure because the window is gone. I have reviewed him before in one of my older videos. If you saw that before I deleted it, I have deleted almost all my old videos because they were not so good, and now we're going to redo them. So stick with me, and we'll take a look at his box. Alright, so if we take a look at Hunter's box, on the top it says Star Wars The Black Series, looking all good. The bottom it says Star Wars The Bad Batch in red, with also Hunter there at the bottom. This side, Star Wars The Black Series, and on this side, Hunter on the bottom, and there's his mural picture. Bigger picture on the back here, he's number 1 in the Bad Batch line. And if we move up, Hunter Black Series at the top, and his bio, if you want to pause and read that. Now it says box aside, and take a look at Hunter. Alright, so for Hunter here, we got him out of the package. Well, he already was, but we have him standing tall, looking great. He comes with 5 accessories here. He comes with this cool backpack that has been reused multiple times. It's got this red line on it though, some red at the top, some buttons, some dents and scratch marks, and on the back there's the peg, and on the top there's not much paint or on the bottom. He also comes with the standard clone pistol. I mean, it's got this nice gunmetal, kind of gunmetal gray, but more of a black to it. He also comes with this Viro knife that has this nice silver paint to it, and these yellow lines running across on each side, on the left and the right. And then we have his handle here that's painted black. That does have some storage here on the forearm. You just stick it in, not that side, but I think you can flip it over. And yeah, it just slides in there perfectly good. And you're gonna have Hunter storing his knife, just like he does in the show. And yeah, we'll take that out for now, but we'll put it in later just to see the detail. And yeah, so, well, he almost fell over there. And we all know how much Hunter is if you have been up to date. But here we have the clone blaster, the commando blaster. This has some gunmetal gray to it, and it actually looks pretty good. And of course, we have, last but not least, his helmet. It does have some silver by the exhaust ports where he breathes, some red lines here, red on the bottom, and like white for his like skull teeth, and the skull mark here, some red lines there, some red over by the forehead, and it does have this darker gray separating through the middle. And yeah, all you gotta do is just take it and put it on the figure. It does look a bit big, but they kind of had to mold it so it kind of fits his head. But we'll take it off so we can take a look at his detail later. And yeah, let's look at his detail. Alright, so for Hunter here, we'll take a look at his detail. So we take him and take a look at his head. It is a bit shiny because of the photo reel, but he does have, of course, his skull tattoo on the right side of his head. And he has this red bandana going around. Now, if the camera can focus, there is a tiny little skull mark on the bandana. And yeah, his hair, or sort of mullet, looks pretty good on him. It does look a bit green, but I don't know if that's just the lighting. But yeah, he has this red on the shoulder pad, 99 in the skull on there. It's more of a darker gray too. If we pop the backpack off, there is some dent marks, scratch marks for like in his armor because he has been through some battles. And on the front, there's some scratch marks and little like silver markings. There's a red line going down. The armor kind of does like this little V looking thing with some dark gray here. Sort of like a dark silver or like a black almost that has some little bit of shine to it. And yeah, on the forearm, there's some cloth near the neck too. And on the forearm, there's a red line going down and some black armor or sort of black coloring towards the outside, or like a darker gray. And yeah, if we move down to the legs here, there's some silver on each thigh. There's darker gray on the inside and lighter gray on the outside, and there's some red lines going down each of the shin, with also some dent and scratch marks because they've been through some battle. It is darker on the thigh towards the foot. And yeah, so now we'll put his backpack and his helmet back on, and we'll take a look at his articulation. And yeah, then we'll do, after the articulation, some scaling. So let's take a look at how much Hunter can articulate. Alright, so for Hunter's articulation, we'll just take him down here and take a look. So with his helmet on, he can go back about that far and that far forward with the helmet on. And he does have a little bit of tilt, but if we pop the helmet off, he can get a little bit more back, and the tilt is more noticeable, and the ball joint as well, and he can get far down. And for T-pose here, we can just set him right here and put both arms up and it actually is pretty good for a T-pose. Hunter can get basically all the way up. And for elbow, it's a little bit above 90, like a really tiny bit. His wrist does have some articulation as well, can go back and forth, and can rotate all the way around. And that's pretty good for that hand. And for the left hand, it does have the trigger finger up and down. So Hunter can go way back without the backpack interfering, and he can have a little bit of an ab crunch. And yeah, he does have some thigh swivel that can open up, and the knee joint can get, I think, to 90, just a tiny bit above. Ankle joint can go back that far, and can go a little bit far forward too. And there is rocker, but it's very hard, and it's also on a detent joint. And now that Hunter is stand here perfectly, it's time for every figure, hula hoop time. This is just a rubber band I found, but it works because it's a tiny little hula hoop. So I guess I'll just lift it up here, put it over his arm so it kind of just like stays and doesn't fall. I just have to hold it a bit, and yeah, so we're just gonna put it right here and let Hunter hula hoop. And yeah, that is some real good hula hoop. That is because it's a ball joint right here near the chest, right under like the chest armor. So any character with that can easily have a really good hula hoop. So we'll put the helmet on, and we'll get Hunter into some scaling with some other figures. Alright, so for scaling here we've got Hunter in the middle, on the left next to Tech, and on the right, Wrecker. And here we also have on the left him next to Imperial Crosshair, and on the right next to Echo. And here we also have Hunter next to Commander Cody and Bad Batch Rex if you want to recreate a little bit of Season 7 Bad Batch. And here we also have Hunter in the middle next to, on the left, a Jedi Survival Battle Droid and a 2020 clone. And also here we have Hunter next to Republic Commando Fixer. Thank you guys so much for watching another Star Wars Black Series figure review of today's Bad Batch Hunter. And these reviews for Echo and Tech will be coming out soon. Wreckers has already came out. If you want to go and watch that, it sure will be on my channel. And Crosshair will be coming soon as well. Imperial, because I don't have the regular one just yet. So please hit like, subscribe, share. Helps me out a lot. And let's get to 50 subs. Commander Cycle out.